Welcome to the 2019 Dacia Duster. Now for model year 2019, Dacia have introduced a new edition of the Duster, which is this specific one, the Tech Pack. They've also introduced multiple new engines, and one of which is the TCE 150, and this specific car is also equipped with that engine, 150 horsepower in the Dacia Duster. Should be pretty fun. First we're going to take a look at exterior, interior, and then we're going to take the car for a test drive. With that being said, this is FlexX. Let's get started. But first, many thanks to Van Mossel VKV in Spijkenisse, the Netherlands, for making this video possible. All of their information, including a link to this specific Duster, can be found in the description box below. So here we have it, the 2019 Dacia Duster Tech Pack, finished in a deep red, which is only available, this color, on the Tech Pack. The rest of the exterior hasn't changed that much compared to the 2018. There are some nice features that come with the Tech Pack, which I'll show you in a second. But first we have the updated headlights with sort of the LED daytime running light here on the side. The new grille, sort of the updated chrome elements. And here we have a camera for the 360-degree view. Very SUV sort of look to this car. As we come around the side, we can see the first, well actually the second, next to the color, feature of the Tech Pack, which is this, is also finished in that same deep red color. Also we have this strip right here, which is in red. The door mirrors are finished in black. Then along the side in the sunshine here, we can definitely see the nice deep red color, nice and shiny. We do have the Duster signature badge, of course, right there. That's the hands-free access doing its thing. Here we have the updated rear lights. This is this sort of new shape for the Duster in 2018. Then the updated rear bumper also. As I said, there's not many changes, not at all, compared to the 2018. This is just a model year update with a new edition, which is this one, the Tech Pack, and some new engines, of which one is the TCE 150, and that is the engine that is right there. I'm gonna put that to the test in a second. First, I wanted to show sort of the exterior changes and the exterior features of this Tech Pack. So there you have it. So let's jump inside and let's take a look at the interior now. So the interior of the 2019 Dacia Duster has received some updates for this specific Tech Pack. There are some red elements here, for example, but also actually throughout the whole interior you will find these red accents here on the door handles, but also the red stitching that goes here on the sides. It's not in the steering wheel, unfortunately. There's still some gray stitching. Would have given this car a more sort of sporty feel if there was also red stitching on the steering wheel. Never mind. Moving on to the seats then. Also the red stitching continues here. We have the Duster logo in red and sort of this nice pattern that goes on the seats. This is not leather though, so if you opt for the leather you won't get this pattern. And more some red elements here on the gear shifter thing. And then the rest of the interior is pretty much the same as the 2018. So let's just start the car up here. So here we go. The center screen, which I also showed in the previous video. If you haven't checked out the old versus new video, in which I compare the 2016/2017 to the 2018 Dacia Duster, you might as well check that out. I'll link the video in the description down below. This is the center screen, and now the Dacia Duster also comes with Apple CarPlay. Yes, Apple CarPlay in the Dacia Duster. As you can see, I connected my phone, and now we can go ahead and open Apple CarPlay and it will show you all the apps. I know this is in Dutch now because my phone is in Dutch, obviously, but this is very nice to see that you can actually have Apple CarPlay in the Dacia Duster. And here I'll also show you the responsiveness of the screen, which is in my opinion pretty good. If you want to go back to the original Dacia Duster's navigation or Dacia system, you click there and it goes to the regular system. But I think everyone that has this option is going to use this system, Apple CarPlay, which is, in my opinion, a very nice option for this Duster. So let's move to this part of the center console, which is obviously your air conditioning and climate control settings. We do have start stop button here, eco, the hazards, central lock, the parking sensors on the front and in the rear, and this is pretty interesting, which is your 360-degree camera. It might not be the best quality, but at least this car offers a camera in the rear, in the front, on the right side, and on the left side. That's pretty interesting for a Dacia Duster, in my opinion. So as I said, climate controls, this all feels a little bit better than the previous Dacia Duster. Click here for automatic air conditioning, which this car also has. AC buttons, all very nice. Rear defroster, front defroster. As I said, manual, 6-speed manual gearbox. And we have the cruise control options right here, which is also known from Renault's. Cruise control and limiter is right here in the bottom. Yeah, that's basically the interior. I know I'm very curious to find out what this car is like to drive. 150 horsepower, and we might as well do a little bit of off-roading while we're here. The actual drive of the 2019 has not changed a bit compared to the 2018 Dacia Duster because it's just a new model year. But we have one significant change, and that is the engine. This is a 1.3 liter, which now produces 150 horsepower, which is a new engine for model year 2019. It does 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in just over 10 seconds, but I have to tell you, it feels as if it's way quicker than 10 seconds. I don't know why it feels quicker, but it's a pretty quick car. 150 horsepower, I mean, I know it's a big car, a Dacia Duster, it's heavy, but 150 horsepower does get this car moving, and it gets it moving pretty quick. I know the 0 to 60 or 0 to 100 kilometers an hour is around 10 seconds. But man, 150 horsepower in this car will definitely do. We accelerate and then go through this. Yeah. The car will handle, but you feel that it's not in its habitat. You feel that it's not wanting to do it. And it doesn't have a lot of fun while doing it as well. You don't really get a smile on your face when you do it. Again, is this car made for that? No, absolutely not. This car is made for something else, which is comfortable drives. You're high up the road, you have great visibility. Again, the rear view mirrors in this car are huge. A lot of visibility, a lot of natural light that comes in this car. A little bit reminds me of the Renault Kadjar that I drove recently. A lot of natural light, a lot of visibility. I know that a lot of materials in this car are hard plastics. I know, but what would you expect from Dacia? I know it's a budget car, we all know it. So please, I mean, why would you go ahead and complain that it all looks cheap? It is a cheap car, so you cannot have Alcantara, leather, I don't know, whatever you want, but just don't expect it from a car like this. And when you don't expect it and you then get in this car, it does look pretty nice with the red stitching. And then when you look at the Duster, or maybe even Dacia as a whole, 2-3 years ago, these cars are such massive improvements compared to what it was. And then also Dacia started to listen to their customers, so now the infotainment screen is above the climate control settings and not somewhere down here where you cannot see a thing. So they listen to their feedback, they improve their cars, still offer the cars at some sort of affordable budget. So actually it's not bad at all. These cars are not bad at all when you look at how Dacia is operating, how Dacia is listening to the customers, and what it all looks like, these are pretty good cars. Think of the 360-degree view camera, keyless entry, Apple CarPlay, just to name a few that you don't even get on a highly spec'd BMW 3 Series or whatever. So with regards to that, and I know I'm not talking safety systems, but with regards to that, I think that this can then become a pretty interesting car if you're interested to buy a car in this class with this price tag. So while we're driving the Duster anyways, let's just take it off-road here for a second and see how it performs. Because we're high up the road, and with this very easy steering of the Duster, it means that it can perform very well when you, for example, want to do this. And it's not difficult at all to do this. It is so incredibly easy. You don't have to put a lot of effort on the steering wheel because the steering is so incredibly light. And I know this car, this specific car, doesn't have 4x4, so it's not 4-wheel drive. But look at this, it is so impressive to drive this car off-road. And I must say that the handling and the way it feels when you drive off-road here, I know there's not a lot of hills here. I mean, it's just grass, I know, but when you then start to, oh, there's pretty big holes right there. When you then start to maneuver it around, this is where the Dacia Duster performs so well. Because man, I mean, maneuvering it, look at this, the grip it has, because it doesn't slide anywhere. It is so incredibly easy to do this. This is very impressive. I didn't think that this would be so easy to do in the Dacia Duster, but it's an incredible amount of fun. And this does, as I said, this does put a massive smile on your face, because the Dacia Duster is able to do this. And when it's able to do it, why then not do it? Yeah, this is fun. This is a great amount of fun. Alright, let's get back on the road here. Enough of roading for this video. So as I said, yes, this car can definitely put a smile on your face, but you do have to find the right purpose for it. But I mean, you do have enough power to floor it when you get off a roundabout or when you want to overtake someone. So there is enough power available in this car. As I said, the road dissimilarities, for example, this car handles it so well. The potholes, it's so incredibly well balanced while driving, not in corners, but I already handled that. It's great. It is great. So I cannot really complain about the driving. The steering is very, very light, and sometimes when you're driving on the highway, that might be some sort of struggle, since you then have to correct the car every time, since it's doing sort of its own thing, since the steering is so incredibly light. But I think that's it. The rest of this car is good. It's great value for money. It is great value for money. And yes, if this car had costed me, I don't know, 35,000 euros, yes, then I can start talking about this plastic and this right there that feels cheap and it looks a little bit cheap. But this car does not cost 35,000 euros, so that's the thing. It costs below 25,000 euros. Heck, you can even get a Duster here in the Netherlands below 20,000 euros. This tech pack, I know, the tech pack starts just above 23,000 euros, but then still, you cannot complain about the materials in this car because it is great value for money. And even, as I said, the features you get in this car are almost insane for the price. So thank you so much for watching the video of the 2019 model year 2019 Dacia Duster. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and make sure to subscribe to my channel for more car reviews like this. Also, don't forget to check out the old versus new video of the Dacia Duster. It is on my channel. I will leave it down below in the description, so make sure to check that out if you have not already. And that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.